Oops, sorry to everyone in the game, in the lobby, who has the game audio on. I forgot to chuck myself in a party. But hello guys, good evening and welcome to the season finale here for Division 4 at the fantastic Brazilian Grand Prix. We are geared up for an exciting championship battle between this man in the Red Bull, XL Ryan, who only needs 5 points to absolutely seal the championship no matter what, and then this man in the Haas, Jasper, who he cannot do anything other than win. The only way Jasper can win the championship is to win this race, and it could be a miracle that Jasper needs to take the championship lead back off XL Ryan here, but it is F1. You never know what is going to happen, as we have a racing point of Sven. So we're going to go on board with Sven. He's going to give us a flying lap here around Interlagos, and we shall see what's cracking. So DRS wide open, as he is now on the run down into turns 1, 2 and 3, known as the center S's. Hitting the apex lovely there, getting on the curb there, which is really what you want to do, just kind of set you up for this long swooping left-hander of turn 3. DRS wide open, the second DRS zone, as he breaks down into turn 4. Fourth gear, sticking it in, and Bob's your uncle through turns 5 and then into the double right-hander of 6 and 7 up the hill. The elevation change can really catch a few people out, as we are now in the heart of sector 2 in turns, I believe 7, 8 and 9, or 8, 9 and 10 by here. I don't know, I haven't got the track map up, as he comes through the long left-hander to end the second sector, and the run out of the final corner can be tricky on traction, so it's going to be interesting. But DRS wide open once again. To the line will come Sven. Will set the first lap on the board, and it's a 9.5. As Maverick pops into second, we do have Ryan, who does look like he's got a bit of a slipstream, and puts in a 8.4 straight off the bat. So Ryan is absolutely on it here today. As I'm just going to turn around and have a little look at the chat, 2 seconds, and we got Ibo in the chat. What's happening, Ibo? Rain at the start of the race. Ooh, now that could be a bit tasty. That could be just the right amount of spice that we need for this championship battle. Could be just the right amount of spice, you know. Just like, it's not too much. It's like a chicken tikka, right? That's the amount of spice that we have for that ring, and that's lovely. So we got some support here for Jasper. Jasper does need to win this race. There is no possibility that Jasper can take the championship unless he wins this race. So we are getting the first load of times coming in now. We got XL Don here coming through turn 4. Lifting a bit wide onto the curb, as Jasper puts in a 9.2. So getting off the mark. Raj in his familiar Renault popping in with a 9.4, just a complete second off XL Ryan. It does look like we got a little bit of a battle going on here between the Red Bull and the McLaren. Who is that behind? Ah, it's Ryan. So Dave and Ryan having a bit of a tussle there. Hopefully neither of them were on a flying lap, because that would definitely be impeding. So I'm just going to bring up all the information that I need. So there we go. Drone actually doing a 9.6 on the medium compound tyre. So a good lap from Drone as LFC pops up into 9th. Going to go on board with Smitsky. He is coming towards the end of the second sector. Had a little bit of traffic of Jordan JT to get past, but Jordan getting out of the way pretty quickly. And now the run up the hill. And it's a 9.4 there from Smitsky, so a very good lap. And remember, Ferrari and Haas, they do have their own little constructors battle for second going on. So that is important, and Jasper's going to want to hope that Cloudy can get himself in the mix right now on a 10.5. Not really in the running right now as we're on board with Ryan B. So guys, with rain expected at the start of this race, who do you think is going to be sitting on the podium here today? And do you think that Jasper can do what is pretty much it would be the absolute biggest upset, I'd say, in recent times, as far as I've been commentating on league racing. I've not seen anyone turn a 21-point gap around to win a championship before. I've never seen it, so that would be a first for me to sit here and watch. But do you think Jasper can do it? That is the question that I am putting to you guys. As Ryan B with an 8.9 getting up there. So right now, there's quite a few cars in between Jasper and Ryan. So, predictions, guys. Who do you think is going to be on the podium? Who do you think is going to take the race win? And do you think that Ryan could finish second to Jasper in the championship standings? Let me know. Do you think that could happen? I don't know. It seems like a long shot. 21 points is a lot to overhaul, but anything is possible. As Jasper's about to get his lap underway, as we got Jordan getting up into 5th there. So Jasper really does need to respond here in qualifying if he wants any chance of taking the fight to that man on provisional pole right now. He needs to absolutely go for it, and it's a 1-2 for Red Bull as it stands. So as I'm just going to look at the chat, I think they can tie on points for an extra race next week. Well, here's the thing. If they tie on points, it goes to race wins. And I think they've either got the exact same amount of wins, or Ryan's got one more. Not 100% sure. I'm actually going to check that real quick, as we are still on the board with Jasper, who is just gearing himself up for a lap, or he's coming into the pits. Looks like he's into the pits. Okay, right, let's have a little look. Right, Division 4 table. Let's have a peek. Let's see. Actually, we can have a look at the other championship battles as well, not just the one for the top. So Ryan with 4 wins, Jasper with 3, so they would be tied on wins. I'm not sure what it would go to after that, but yeah, if Jasper wins here and it's a tie on points, they'd be tied on wins as well, so that would be quite an interesting one to look at. We have Don and Jerome, 14 points separating those two, so it's a nice little battle for third that we got. The Ferrari of XL Don versus the Mercedes of Jerome. We got Kieran in 5th, 17 points off that battle for 3rd place, but I mean, you never know, Kieran could surprise us here. Raj under some pressure right now for 6th place in the championship from Ryan B, as Raj actually with an 8.6, I completely missed that. Are we seeing a return to form from our previous championship leader from earlier on in the season? Oh, now this could get a bit tasty if Raj is on the pace. I know in the recent races he hasn't really had the time to put in the practice, so we'll see. Jerome at the moment on a 9.6, he's going to need to improve, but he is just under 4/10 up on his time just in sector 1 alone, so that's going to be a big battle. Speaking of another big battle, this is for 9th in the championship, Calvin versus Smitsky, 8 points separating them, and on the form that Calvin has been in, you gotta think Smitsky's going to be under pressure. He's going to be feeling the sweat from that a little bit. As battle for 12th, Alt Maverick, Cloudy Cloud, Jordan, and well, I say I include Alt Maverick in there because he's 9 points clear of Cloudy Cloud. But the real battle is between Cloudy Cloud, Jordan, and Slayer for 13th place. Not a lot separating them, just 6 points separating those 3 drivers. And then of course we got the constructors battle, 7 points separating Haas and Ferrari, and just 2 points separating Williams and Toro Rosso for 7th, so that would be another interesting battle to keep our eyes on. But right now, as Calvin actually has improved and gone on to a 8.4, so that's interesting there, as Kieran looks to be taking the F1 2010 time trial line for the final corner, but he is going to be coming into the pits. It looks like he has run out of fuel, so now we are at the calm before the storm. We know the championship battles. Jasper at the moment all the way down in 11th place. And in the chat we've got support for Jasper from Tom, Frankie, Sky, and now we got a support for Ryan. Ryan is looking good right now on pole position, although that gap between him and Frosty Calvin, that is an absolute millimetre between them. Okay, so it looks like Java's going to be the one to, the first one to set his final run. Well, he does just appear to be putting laps on the board. And now he's back up into overtake mode and run down into the first sector. He is a 10th up. He does have a Renault behind him of Raj, who, if Raj stays close enough, he could potentially get a slipstream on the run into turn 1, which could help him. But Jav losing it at the top of the hill, and that is, I believe that will be Jav's qualifying session over and done with. Meanwhile, Smitsky, the man who won the pre-season race, hasn't... I mean, this season for Smitsky has been a season of learning, I'd say, more than anything. As the season started, we were tipping him off to be one of the favourites for the championship, but it's not played out like that. But he does have a Red Bull behind him. Is that Ryan or is that Kieran? That is Ryan, so looks like it could be the slipstream from Ryan as Maverick has crashed out there in sector 2, so not going to be good for Maverick as Smitsky dives out of the way, and that's Smitsky's qualifying session over and done with, I think, as he does have a racing point bearing down on him. Ryan is a 10th and a half down, so doesn't look like he's going to be able to improve on his first flying lap. But what about this man? Actually, we'll go on board with Raj first of all. Is Raj going to be able to threaten it to the line? He'll come. No, he's not. But back to Calvin. Back to Calvin, who has had a bit of a mare. What about Duron? Duron 2 tenths up. A good exit here, and he's just going to gain time up the hill. As Ryan actually does improve an 8.1. What a lap there from Ryan. And Duron does improve to get into the 8.4s, and now we got Kieran on the run to the line. What's it going to be? And it's going to be a 10. It's not going to be enough. Got Ryan B now to the line. Doesn't improve. And I think Don's session is done. And Jasper, where's Jasper? Jasper's peeled off into the pits. So Jasper will be P12 at best. On board with Dave. Can Dave perhaps threaten the starting spot for Jasper? No, but he does jump ahead of Cloudy Cloud. Cloudy Cloud session is going to be over, and I think that's it. That is it for the final qualifying session of the season. XL Ryan on pole position. Frosty Calvin will be starting alongside him, and I believe I saw an X above Kieran's name, and then hope that's no connection issue. Duron in second. Raj returned to form here in 4th place ahead of Kieran in 5th. Jordan JT with a big lap to get himself into 6th place. Then we got Ryan B in 7th. XL Don in 8th. So the top 8 all getting into the 108s. So good job from these guys. Maverick and Sven will round out the top 10. Then outside the top 10 with free choice of tire compound, LSC, Jasper, Jav, Smitsky, Dave Javu, Cloudy Cloud, Sir Ibbo and Ghost Recon rounding out the grid. And since I've just gone through all that, not much need for me to go through it again, but I will. Ryan in first, Calvin in second, Jeron in third, Raj in fourth, Kieran in fifth, Jordan in sixth, Ryan B in seventh, Don in eighth, Alt Maverick in ninth, Sven in 10th, LFC 11th, Jasper 12th, Jav in 13th, Smitsky 14th, Dave in 15th, Cloudy Cloud in 16th, Ghost and Ibbo at the back, but is Ibbo ahead of Ghost. So Ibbo in 17th, Ghost Recon in 18th. As I believe we are going to get a wet start to this race. And yes, the rain is falling here at Interlagos. Now this is going to be interesting. I mean, it's definitely the rain's definitely coming down. Is it coming down enough that these guys in the top 10 have to start on the softs? Because it has happened before where the rain has started to fall, but it's been dry tyres at the start, so we'll see. However, it does look like it is going to be intermediate conditions, and no, they're on dries. So the rain has fallen and everyone is on the dry tyre. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Are we going to see... Right, well, with Dave on the hards, Smitsky on mediums, and LSC also on the mediums, are we going to see a similar thing to what we saw in Division 3 for Austria, where it was raining for the first few laps? It was intermediate conditions, then lap 4 it completely dried out. But you can see just how much the wet conditions are playing a part just on these guys' formation laps, as you got Ryan trying to get some heat into those tyres. And this is going to be crucial very early on for Ryan, because in these tricky conditions it is going to be all about the traction. But the rain is coming down. Now here is the question, is it going to get stronger? Is anyone in the lobby who can, just let me know that in the chat? Is it going to be a prolonged intermediate stint, or is it going to be just a short burst of rain before we get to the dry period? As we got everyone now forming up on the grid into their grid slots. The Renault's line astern in second and fourth, but here we go, getting ready to go to those 5 red lights for the final time here for Season 3 in Liga Europe for Division 4. Lights are out and we are underway, and a very tentative start from a lot of these guys. As, oh my god, I just saw a car absolutely go flying into the wall, and it looks like that might have been Ibbo maybe, but Ryan getting off to a great start. Everyone getting caught out in turn 1. Oh my god, the Toro Rosso of Jordan into the wall. and that is heavy front wing damage for him, as we got cars absolutely sliding off on the exit of turn 4 and going absolutely everywhere. So Raj already back up into second place. Well, I say back up into second place. He's got ahead of his teammate. But you can see Sven, how many positions has he jumped up? Sven has jumped up 6 places. Ghost Recon up 8. So it's been a great start for these guys. The rain is still coming down. You might see me switching on board with them a little bit more just to see if the rain has stopped, as we got a bit of a time glitch as the Ferrari of Don's off. I think there might have been a little bit of contact there that just tagged him on his rear end and sent him sliding off, but Don now all the way down into last place. Absolutely horrendous start there for Don and Jordan. Jordan into the pits, and you can see the snap there again through turn 3. And right now Ryan's got to be absolutely loving life. He is just chilling right now. He got away in turns 1 and 2 because of Raj, Calvin, and I believe Jaron trying to go 3 wide into turn 1 just slowed them all down. And Ryan able to get that gap, get that lead, and everyone tiptoeing around. We do have some time glitches going on. Sven is not 1 minute and 22 seconds behind Calvin. I can assure you of that. So let's see what the let's see what the lap time is going to be. So it's a 19.8. That is the crossover for intermediates, and you can see DRS has just been enabled, and that is because it is now lap 3. So Calvin should have a fantastic run on his teammate here. Should be able to get off, as we got some moves going on further down. Oh, Ibo losing it at the top of the hill, and he's going to come into the pits. Oh, he's going to stick it out, but Ibo backwards. LFC actually has made a pit stop as well, so I don't know what's happened with LFC. Ghost Recon and Ryan B swapping positions, and now it looks like the times have actually sorted themselves out. So right now, advantage XL Ryan. Jasper all the way down in 10th, and Ryan B and Ghost Recon both going for a little bit of a trip into the grass. And Jasper now up into 9th place. Is he going to make the move? But I tell you who is close enough to make a move. It is Sven. DRS wide open now on the run down into turn 1. He's looking for the move. He switches to the inside. And this is going to be the last of the late breakers. Calvin going to try and hang it around the outside, which will turn to the inside for the next corner. And Raj has lost it into the wall. Raj into the wall. I was going to say great defensive work there from Calvin to hold on to the position, but his teammate into the wall. Yellow flag in sector 1, and it's going to be a long race now for Raj, and a massive 7.3 second gap now for Ryan. So Ryan definitely loving life right now, and he is well on his way to sealing this championship, and sealing it in the best kind of fashion with pole position, and as it stands right now, fastest lap. back on board with Sven. Is he going to be close enough into turn 1? He is gaining, rapidly gaining. Got a little peak. That's a late move, a late little lunge down the inside. Calvin does give him the room though. Looks for the better run out of turn 3, and it does look like he does have it, but just gets that big whoosh of dirty air there on the exit of turn 3, and that's a stick behind the racing point for time being. Meanwhile, Ghost Recon getting past Alt Maverick, and a bit of connection issue going on. It is still raining, so we'll keep that in mind. It is still you know, just dropping down a bit, so these curbs are still going to be quite slippery. As Jerome actually gets past Jav for 9th place. Jasper has worked his way up into 7th. He's right behind this battle, as it looks like Ivo has gone off at the center S's. Back up towards the front. On board with Kieran, who should really have the advantage right now. That double slipstream. What you just heard there was the downsides of an automatic gearbox. Got yellow flag in sector 2, and that is Ibo again. And you can see Calvin just understeering. Does Calvin have wing damage at all? No, his wing appears to be fully intact, so just losing traction there. Under braking and just sliding on at turn 4. So Ibo said in the chat that meant to be raining for about 10 minutes and then it's going to be fine for the rest of the race. Well, right now Ryan has a commanding lead. And an absolutely Herculean lead, as it looks like Kieran has made a mistake somewhere, because he's dropped off the back of these two. And it looks like Jasper's also made a mistake somewhere, because he's dropped down behind Ryan B. And he's got front wing damage. Jasper with front wing damage, and Ryan B also has a bit of front wing damage. And was there contact between them? Ghost Recon from last on the grid up into 5th. I think it's been an absolutely fantastic start there from Ghost Recon, but Jasper and Ryan both with front wing damage, and that's going to hurt any chance that Jasper's got. In fact, what is the gap between Jasper and Ryan right now? It is already almost a pit stop. That's the advantage that Ryan has over Jasper right now. He can make a pit stop just for fun and come out directly behind Jasper, who would be somewhere between Jasper and Jerome, as he sets a 19.6. So it's still wet to the point where the lap times are suggesting inters, because these are inter lap times right now that we're seeing, but clearly the inters are not the tyre to be on, as it is going to dry up. As we got XL Don getting past Cloudy Cloud. Now this is the oh! And Cloudy Cloud, I think, has tagged the back end of Don, and Don's off into the wall. Well, not into the wall, but almost into the wall. He's got to be careful about coming back on track here. Jordan coming from the center says now should be all sorted, but Smitsky gets past Cloudy Cloud as well. So, I mean, I mentioned it earlier, the Haas and Ferrari constructors battle. Right now, Haas are doing enough to take that, but it's not coming without controversy as Calvin picks up a 3-second time penalty, and that's seriously not going to help him. But looks like Ghost Recon actually all over the back of Kieran's gonna move to the inside, cover that off. So Ghost to the outside, but he's going to sail past with DRS, and that is Ghost Recon from 18th up into 4th as he gets the car slowed down and blocks off any chance of Kieran having a run on the exit of turn 3. But DRS will close the Red Bull back up, but Ghost able to hold on, and the rain still coming down. Now Jasper trying to get past Ryan. This is for 7th place. They both have wing damage. I think Jasper might have actually picked up a little bit more. No, I thought he lost both end plates here, but no, it's just the right side end plate, and Ryan missing the left side end plate as XL Ryan setting a new fastest lap. So the track is starting to evolve. I think we are going to see some quicker times coming in relatively soon. However, what we do have is the pit stop phases that are coming up very soon, because these softs, you want to be pitting around lap, you won't be thinking about a pit stop at any moment now, but no, usually around lap 12 you could get the mediums to the end. It's not an issue. However, Jav opting for the harder compound tyres, so we'll see how he goes with that. And Ghost Recon actually doing a great job. He's already managed to build a 2-second gap to Kieran. As Jasper appears to be struggling on with that wing damage. Yellow flag in sector 1. I think that is LFC who's around. Yes, it is. He is around, and you can see the bit of rain that's spitting off his tyres here. The water playing a bit of a part as Ibo getting out the way of Maverick. Ryan just doesn't have a care in the world, does he? Although he is taking it very, very cautious. Back on board with this battle for 6th place as Ibo picks up a 3-second time penalty. Track is glazed over a fair bit, and Jasper losing the back end and the braking. So as I said, the conditions are just, these are like the worst conditions where you know the lap times are suggesting that Inters could be the tyre because you're doing intermediate times. However, the dry tyres are now starting to come into effect. Actually, we're starting to get some quicker times coming in now. Ghost Recon with an 18 point, I believe that was a 18, it's an 18.8. So we're starting to see some quicker times coming in. Sven done a 19.5, immediately beaten by Calvin 19.0, and then Ghost on a 18.8. So it does look like the track is getting quicker now, so we can start to see the evolution and hopefully now get back into the rhythm again, as the rain has now stopped, as Giles sets a 18.8 on the hard compound tyre, so it is definitely getting quicker. Meanwhile guys, this is not the only championship battle we got going in today, as Ryan sets a 17.5. The track is getting quicker, and I'm expecting fastest lap to just be traded around for the next 2 or 3 laps. As I was going to say, Division 2 also has the championship battle going on between XL Gary and Cookie Games, and that gap is a lot closer, only 7 points in that championship battle, as Jasper picks up a 3-second time penalty, so really hindering this championship battle that we got. Meanwhile Calvin, it looked like he went around the outside of turn 4 there on Sven, and Maverick chucking on another set of soft tyres, so I'm confused at this strategy from Mavericks. He's committed now to a 2-stop. And we got Ghost Recon now cruising up to the back of Sven. Ghost Recon started in 18th place and is up here tussling out for the podium. As now we are getting the times coming in that we would expect here, as Ghost picks up a 3-second time penalty, and that's a silly warning to pick up there from Ghost Recon, but he does set the new fastest lap with it. That is just a silly warning for Ghost Recon to pick up. Jasper into the pits, and this will be for a front wing change as well, I'm sure. Yes, it is. So Jasper going to drop quite far down the order. We're going to go back up to this battle for second between Calvin, Sven and Ghost Recon. And as it looks, it does look like Ghost Recon might have the better pace right now between these three. Here we go, DRS for Ghost Recon, but he's going to duck out and come into the pits, and so does Sven. As Calvin sets a new fastest lap of the 12.8, so good lap there from Frosty Calvin. And now we're starting to see we got Ryan coming up to lap, well, he's already he's lapped Ibbo once, and although Ibbo is actually not in this car, that's strange. Yeah, so Ibbo not in the car, but we are seeing Ryan starting to lap some of the guys towards the back, and now we got Jerron versus Ryan B for 4th place, although they will be quite a bit down the order once pit stops have been made. Really closing up in that final corner, as looks like Ryan is going to come out of the pits. He is going to be behind his teammate Kieran, but well ahead of Jerron. And Kieran's not going to battle. If anything, Kieran's going to be coming into the pits at the end of this lap. Same with Calvin for that matter. And Ghost Recon has opted for a set of soft tyres. So he's committed to the two-stop. He's going to try around the outside here of Mitski and does get done. As Raj setting a brand new fastest lap, LSC with a 3-second time penalty. So I'm interested in the strategy right now because Kieran's in. Wonder if Calvin is hoping for a VSC or a safety car to get a bit of a free pit stop, so to say, but he is going to drop well and truly behind Sven, who's also come out in a set of the soft tyres. So a lot of people opting for a two-stop around here. I mean, it's not the strategy I would personally go with. The mediums could easily make it to the end. But Sven has actually managed to get himself a nice little buffer to Ghost Recon there. 3.4 second gap. Meanwhile, the gap between Calvin and Ryan is coming down pretty sharp as now Calvin into the pits. And I think that will be drawn into the pits as well, so it'll be interesting to see where Calvin's going to come out in relation to Sven and Ghost Recon. So it looks like Sven is going to get past. Yeah, Sven is going to fly past you. But Calvin is going to be able to go to the end on those mediums. Meanwhile, Jasper getting himself up in the P10, well off what he needs. Essentially, he needs to completely swap positions with Ryan right now. Towards the tail end, I'm keeping an eye on that gap between Raj and Don as they are trying to come back through the field. Calvin going to be close enough, not this time. But Kieran is going to be close enough. Down the inside of Smitsky, job done there for the Red Bull. There's Calvin all over the back of that racing point. And Ryan B picking up a 3-second time penalty. See now, is Jerome gonna pit this lap? He should do. No, he's gonna stick it out for another lap. Meanwhile, Calvin closing in with DRS, the overspeed down the inside in the center S's, and that is move done. So the Renault back up into a podium position, although it is going to be net P2 once Jerome makes his pit stop. But still, speaking of Jerome, actually, I just want to take a quick peek. Yeah, he hasn't. Who are we waiting on the pit? So, Jerome, Smitsky, and Dave. Oh, Maverick, Ghost, and Sven. We are waiting on the pit. Right. It's all good. Gap starting to space themselves out a bit, but we do have this battle for 13th on the road. Jav versus Jordan JT. Jordan, as we said earlier, does have his own little championship ambitions, as he's in a bit of a scrap with Cloudy Cloud and Slayer, who's not here. So Jordan looking to get a couple of points, take him ahead of Cloudy Cloud. Maybe try to catch up with his teammate. However, his teammate is quite a long way up the road, but he's going to try it down the inside on the run up the hill, and he gets it done before the DRS activation line. Jordan now up into 13th. Next up for him is XL Don, so we'll get to see how good Jordan's pace is versus XL Don's. He did qualify very well, did Jordan, but had that incident early on and has been trying to fight back ever since. The same with Don, actually. You know, he got spun around a couple of times, and Raj also, you know, spun around into the wall at turn 1. He's been trying to fight back, but speaking of fighting back up towards the front, Sven trying to get back within a good distance of Calvin, but Jasper again, the move done on Dave as well for 9th place. So right now, I think, as Dave actually tries to send it down the inside off Jasper there, into turn 4, and oh, he's lost it into the wall. Dave into the wall, losing it on the exit of turn 4, and that's a VSC. If I was Sven or Ghost, I would be pitting right now. You've got to make a second pit stop, and you need to get on the mediums. And in comes Sven. Ghost into the pits as well. So they must be listening to the stream. They heard what I said. And they're going to get a reduced pit stop. Here, oh, Maverick is going to duck into the pits. And so does Smitsky. That's actually smart for Smitsky to make that call. So Smitsky on a set of soft, so he's going to be flying now at the end of this race. As DRS has once again been enabled, and yeah, we can look at that gap now between Sven, Ghost, Drone actually. Drone able to get close to the back of these guys as Ryan B's lost it. Same place, exit at turn 4. The curb at turn 4, claiming another victim as he actually lost it a little bit further on. Might actually been a big slide into turn 5, but yellow flag in sector 2. We just had a VSC. A safety car would really spice things up, but I don't think we're going to see one, as we just went on board with Ryan, and Ryan had a bit of a snap there in turn 4, so Just showing that it can happen to anyone. Meanwhile, Ghost Recon trying to defend from Jerome for P5. So both of the McLarens crashing out at the exact same point. I mean, we saw it last season where it was the two Alfa Romeos who simultaneously went off at the exact same time in the exact same spot. But this time it is the McLarens just one lap apart from each other. We'll go back up towards this battle for P5. It is the closest battle we have on track. But thanks to that VFC pit stop, Sven and Ghost have only lost one position respectively to Kieran in the grand scheme of things, and Smitsky's been able to come out in 8th place, 8 seconds off Jasper, who is at the moment with 10 laps to go not doing enough. So the real question is, can these guys catch up to Kieran? We'll go down and have a look at Dom because he is catching up to Maverick. Now this is for P9. Going up for the gears, DRS bringing him closer. He's going back to the outside. He's going to try and outbrake him around the outside. No, but he's going to try and cut back, straighten the car up quicker to get a better run out of turn 3. Looks like he has got a slightly better run, but don't think it's going to be enough to make a move into turn 4. Not this time. For yellow flag in sector 1 and 2, is that for a blue flag? Perhaps it may be. So here we go. XL done now. He is a lot closer this lap than what he was last lap. DRS wide open. He's in overtake. He's going for it. He's got the overspeed down the inside. He'll go. And is that going to be the move signed, sealed and delivered? No. Maverick trying to hold it around the outside and cuts off Don there on the exit of turn 2. But they're going to be side by side. Don will have the DRS once again as we get a lovely camera angle of Jordan behind trying to close back in as we look at the rear wing of Don. So LFC into the pits, chucking on a set of soft tyres. Lap 28 of 36. And now we got this 3-man battle for P9 going on. And Smitsky has been closing in on Jasper, so we'll keep an eye on that gap to see if it gets closer. And Giron has lost a bit out to Ghost Recon, so he's made a mistake somewhere. But this man has just had an impeccable drive here today. Absolutely no issues whatsoever. Able to get through the first couple of corners, and the gap was able to as he's weaving because he knows he's on the stream right now. As Jasper picks up a 3-second time penalty, that's his second one. I would urge Ryan, even though you're weaving, you don't want to weave a bit too much. You could end up losing control of the car. So we appreciate the little show glow in there from Ryan, but you don't want to weave a bit too much if, you know, very easy to lose a car. It does look like Don is starting to pull away from Alt Maverick, and Jordan not really closing in a huge amount. So I'll actually turn my attention to the chat 2 seconds and ask every single person in the chat, what has been your favourite moment this season from Division 4? Jordan is now within DRS. Calvin picks up a 3-second time penalty. Go. Jordan DRS wide open, gonna get the move done relatively easy on his teammate there. Up into 10th place now for Jordan JT, but his teammate could have a chance to come back at him into turn 4 with the DRS. Jordan able to hold off there. Does Alt Maverick have any wing damage? No, he doesn't. Alt Maverick really struggling with pace at the moment because he is on fresher mediums than Jordan and Dom, but he's not been able to keep it going as Ibo is into the pits and gets a 5-second stop-go penalty for his trouble. So it looks like the race has started to settle down now. We've got some pretty decent gaps going on. And everyone's just running about their race. Cloudy Cloud picks up a 3-second time penalty. Right now, Ferrari... I think Ferrari might have done enough to jump Haas in the Constructors. Jordan, however, I'm not sure if he's gonna jump. But look at the point difference between Jordan and the Cloudy Cloud. It is 4 points. So as it stands right now, Jordan is going to pick up 3 points. So it's not enough for Jordan to jump Cloudy Cloud in the championship. Meanwhile, speaking of that, Dron and Don could be an interesting one. I'm just going to quickly have a peek at that. 14 points is the gap between those two, and right now the 4 points for Don, 5, 6. So that's a 4-point advantage for Dron right now. So Dron also not doing enough to jump Don in the championship, as Jasper picks up another 3-second time penalty. So Jasper picking up a fair few time penalties. It's going to drop him back. He's definitely going to be behind Smitsky now. You can't afford to pick up too many, because he could be under pressure from Don by the end of this race. However, I think Jasper knows the dream is over. The championship has run its course. Because even if something was to happen to XL Ryan in these final 2 laps, Jasper, the only way he could win is to win the race, and he is a very long way off the likes of Calvin and Kieran. As LFC has actually binned it on top of the hill on the pit straight. So does look like Ryan is going to take the championship here in Division 4. As we're going to go on board with Ryan, give him a bit of screen time. Let him soak this in. The final 2 laps of Division 4, and it's been cool, calm and collected since the first few corners, although I bet he was very tentative and very nervous when it was raining, as Raj has retired from the session as well. So now we're starting to get people dropping like flies here. So Raj losing control of his car. The gaps have stabilised. The one that might be closing up relatively soon is going to be Smitsky on Jasper. So that'll be an interesting battle. We will go on board with that battle actually. Because here we go, Smitsky now has DRS and will close up on the Haas. And this could be a last lap move from the Ferrari. So Ferrari's going to pick up 9 points here. Haas right now 6, and can't remember what the gap was. I believe it was like 4 points. So this is actually for second in the constructors right now. As here we go. DRS wide open for Smitsky. Sails down the inside. Jasper again on the grass there. Now what you want to do under braking, very easy to lose it by clipping the grass. But we're going to go on board with this man as he comes to the line to win the final race of the season and pick up the Division 4 Drivers' Championship. So a massive congratulations to XL Ryan on being crowned champion here today. Calvin will be very happy with his performance in the later half of this season. And this man, Kieran, back on the podium. He won the Constructors with XL Ryan. Sven will come home in 4th, but will get jumped by Ghost Recon on penalties, drawn in 6th. Smitsky now will cross the line ahead of Jasper, and this should be for the Constructors, the 2nd place in the Constructors, because Don will come through in 9th place. And now Jordan to the line. Is he going to get jumped by his teammate? I don't think so. So the race started off exciting. It went a bit stale towards the end with all the gaps that we had, but it has still been a fantastic season. And that man, the Red Bull of XL Ryan, once again from pole position wins the race, but this one's so much sweeter because he has also won the Division 4 Drivers' Championship. So a massive congratulations to Ryan, big commiserations to Jasper, but we'll run you through the orders again. So XL Ryan, our race winner and champion. I believe he also got the fastest lap. No, he didn't. Raj did. So Raj picking up the fastest lap away from him, but Ryan in 1st, Calvin 2nd, Kieran picking up a podium in 3rd, Ghost Recon in 4th, a great drive from him from 18th up into 4th, Sven in 5th, Duron in 6th, Smitsky 7th, Jasper in 8th. As I said, commiserations to Jasper. Don in 9th, Jordan in 10th, Alt Maverick 11th, and Jav picking up the final point. Jav picking up the point, what a lad. Cloudy Cloud in 13th and Ibo in 14th, and our DNF, our non-finishers of the day were both of the McLarens of Deja Vu and Ryan B, Raj and LFC. So as I done last season with Division 2, I brought in the champion into the party. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to be bringing in the D4 Drivers Champion. So I'm going to send XL Ryan a invite, talk to him about his season and that final race. Okay, so we got the invite sent out to XL Ryan. And he has joined. First and foremost, congratulations on the win and the Division 4 Drivers Championship. How are you feeling, man?
It's not really something good at the moment, I'm just sat here kind of in shock, but I think it's been a long season. I think you can say that Jasper's pushed me the whole way, really. I think if you look at the season in 2, Jasper won the first half, and he's mainly the reason that I've put the effort in and done what I've done today by winning the championship, so it's been good.
Yep, and that's the thing with league racing. It's all about competition. You find your motivation, you strive to be better. But I gotta ask you about the start of the race. How tricky was it?
It was one of those weird ones. We had it in Japan where it was raining, but it wasn't raining hard enough to go on intermediates. And I was just like, oh, this is going to be a tricky one. I was like, as long as I can get through the first couple of corners and I can hold it together, I should be alright. And obviously the first CNRSs, there was like 3 wide. And I saw that, I was like, I had a 3-second lead, I was like, alright, I'm pretty safe here. I was like, keep it steady, I should be alright. And just wait for the pits. It says to me about 10 minutes. I was like, I'll hold out on the softs, then go straight to me and just do my thing. And obviously I had a big gap, so I was just sound driving the rest of the race.
Yeah, it did look like a pretty boring race for you after the rain stopped anyway.
Hey, I'm not going to complain. I'd rather have a nice, easy race. You know what I mean? Especially with the nerves. If I had to be battling Jasper the whole way, Jesus, it probably would have gone the opposite way.
I gotta ask, were you nervous when you started to see the crashes coming out of turn 4, thinking that a safety car could have undone all your hard work?
So when I saw the first McLaren crash, I was like, oh, he's going to bring out a safety car. Because I was like, I might just gamble on go on the softs. I'll probably just come out behind second and third and just push for just push. And I was looking at the tyre wear, and like with the laps around here, you can go right. But then when everyone started dropping off, I was like, no, I don't want a last minute safety car and just like pure havoc happen. I was like, oh no.
And
but I think for me it was a perfect race.
Yeah, I think Raj took away the fastest lap point for you, so you almost done the treble.
I sat there just swearing to myself. I was like, Raj, what are you doing? And then I got even more angry when I saw him crash out. I was like, Raj, what are you doing?
But,
I tried getting it back on the last lap, but I didn't have enough ERS in that.
Well, I mean, it's still 25 points, the pole and the win, like, you can't really knock that.
No, you can't.
We got Calvin in the chat saying GG Ryan, and Calvin had a good race as well, to be fair.
To be fair, Calvin's come on the last few races. To be fair, he's pushed me because I'd say since Russia and that, in quali I've been on top, but the last couple of races Calvin has pushed me to
since
just
Mexico.
push that a little bit harder. To be fair, like today, like on my banker lap, I did a 0.4 and I thought that'd be alright, and then he came really close, and I had to, as you saw on my final lap, I was a tenth and a half down, and I was like, oh no, I've done it here. I just pulled it out of the bag on the last turns.
And that was actually a beautiful lap from you in qualifying. I'm gonna say good luck in the D3 or D2 next season.
Yeah, well, hey, it's gonna be a good season. I hope obviously Jasper and Raj and all that will come up with me. We can give them a good fight, because obviously it's been a long season. And obviously I want to give thanks to everyone in LOE, who's put the support in, put the effort into me. XL obviously they put all the effort into me. Obviously they saw something in me. Smitsky for being like the most chilled out org you can get. My teammate Kieran, we took him to a constructors, even though he's the biggest bottle job I've ever seen. But congrats to him. Maybe next season challenge Mike, but obviously just a big congrats to everyone this season. You've been an absolute legend, and I'm not going to forget you D4 because you're my boyos.
Well, I have no further questions to say, and I was going to say if you got anything you want to say to the lads at D4, but you pretty much just said it.
That's been a good season, lads.
All I can do is thank you and every single person in Division 4 for giving me some fantastic racing to commentate over, and I look forward to potentially racing quite a few of you next season. So until then, I have been Iverbryn Mike, and in the party with me is the Division 4 champion XL Ryan. Until next season on F1 2020, we'll be signing off for Season 3. Good night.
Yes.